Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd as well as my friends at Yarnspirations.com. I'm your host, Mikey. Today is week number 4 of Granny Goes Random. Today's video, the hard work has already been done in the previous weeks, and we're going to put this thing together. We have squares and also triangles to be able to put together. So you will see here in the crochet diagram, each one of the edges that you would have had is the same amount of stitches. So they're going to be able to work together in order to be able to single crochet the panels together. So in the crochet diagram here, you'll see that you're going to seam in this direction here, going up all across. And then you're going to seam in this direction once all of that is going up. And you want to make sure that your square or your motifs are facing right side up. So today's video, I'm going to show you how to do that. And you're going to be using the color A. In my case, it'll be Sunset Beach in order to make that happen. You may want to put this on a table and kind of line it up to what you see within that diagram format in order to get the layout. So I'm going to start off right where the red arrow says seam this direction first. So you can see that we'll have a triangle here, okay? And this is the big half motif and then a full motif. So I'm just going to turn it in a direction that I would normally crochet in, which I normally crochet going this way. So you're just going to start off and you're going to go right into your very corner space that you'll have on the one side. Okay, and you're going to go right into the chain and you're going to go into the corner of your first motif over here, and you're just going to pull through, chain 1 and single crochet. So then you just go immediately to your first double crochet on this side and then match it to the double crochet on the other side. This is going to create a seam. If you do not want a seam, then what you could do is a flat stitch join, and you can see other videos on how to do that, and it'll be more flatter. But if you really don't want a seam at all, like as far as a raised seam, then what you can do is just whip stitch on the back loop only, and we have videos available for that. And that's called like an invisible join. So you're just matching the stitches that you see. So this double crochet to the double crochet on the opposite one here. So the right sides are facing up, and you want to make sure that you're getting the loops involved. And so this will create a window pane kind of effect. Once you have your item in long enough, as far as the tail, just push it out of the way and you can deal with that later. So you're just going to match across with what you have, and then just keep on going. And what I'll do is I'll meet you at the jumping spot when it jumps over these two, and then you can keep on going. So you can just go completely all the way across. So you'd want to wait for all of your motifs to be done before doing this process. And I'll be back in just a second. So now just continuing to get closer to this side here, and I'm coming right in. I want to make sure I go into the corner on this side. Okay. You can go into this in chain work, or you can go into the space. It's up to you what you prefer. Okay, and then you don't fasten off if you're still continuing to go. So you'll go into the corner on this one, and then corner on this one. So make sure the right sides are facing up. And just make sure that when you're connecting it, that the first one is tight. You can be a little loose there. And what you're going to do later on is you're going to come along this way and just jump right over top of this and just continue to do what you do on the other side. So then you're just continuing to match then your stitches going across. I'll see you at the end of this, and I will be back in just a moment. So let's just say that I've gone all the way across all of the panels that I would have had. So I'm just coming right to the edge, and then you're just going to stop, and then you're going to fasten off your yarn. So make sure that you finish off in the corner. So don't stop at the double crochet right before the corner. Go right into the corner and be consistent on how you're doing it. So I've been going into the chain work. So you're going to do all of the seam lines going in the same direction, just like that. And I'm just going to use my travel. I used my travel things, nail clippers, to be able to cut yarn because my scissors are probably somewhere else. So we're just going to trim that, and you'll weave in your ends like I showed you before in previous videos. And then what I want to do is that I'm going to just turn my blanket, and then I'm going to do the single crochet in this direction going all the way across. I'll be right back. So I'm going to attach now in the opposite direction. And so then these will all be the cross beams. So all the verticals and then done, or all the one side's done. And then I just start on this side and I just jump across. So you're going to start in the same manner, just going right into your corners of attaching it here. And you will see that the colors did change, and it just, if you lay them out on a table, it becomes quite helpful if you need to move around the squares because you like the colors to be in a certain order. So you're just going to continue then to go, and I'll show you how to jump over the center point when it hits and it's jumping over the piece. I'll be right back. So as you're hitting a crossing point, make sure that you get the chain work that is in the corners before you're jumping over. Okay, so you just immediately just go right over, and then so you've already got the chain work on this corner done, so do the chain work on this corner, or this corner here. So just continue to go right up over top, and then you can start within your stitch work, then going across. Okay, so you're just crossing over just like that, nice and simple, and you can see it's a relatively tight join. The advantage of the single crochet too is that it can be stretchy, so it does make the blanket look really great in the end as well. So what you're going to do is make sure you have all of your seam lines attached, and then the next part we're just going to quickly cover the border. So let's give you some final tips on your edging. So on your edging, you're going to have these half triangles and you're going to have these corner pieces. You're not going to have any of the double crochets that we had to play with, but as an experienced crocheter, look at the distance of the stitches that you did. Okay, look at the distance between each other, and what you're going to do is that the designer says to us, just evenly space out the stitches. And so the evenly spaced out, if you can match exactly what you're seeing there to how you crochet generally speaking, it gets a lot easier. So let's just start in a corner of your blanket, and we're going to attach and chain one, and the corners of your blanket will have one single crochet, chain two, and one single crochet. So you're going to work across your side just like this in the same distance that you've done these. And because you work on a side of a motif, it's not always clear on where you should go. So you want to go and stay within chain work. Try not going into a space. If you go into a space, it tends to open up the stitches, but if you go right into the stitch work itself, the chain work, it will hold it more stable. Just like that. So you're looking at the tops, and does the tops match the tops of here? And if not, then just kind of eye it up and see what you need to do. Do you need to go more of a distance between the stitches, or do you need to do less? And so you're going to be constantly changing your tension if you're not getting it right. Okay, but there's no stitch count in order to match as far as like a number. You just have to evenly space. Okay, and you're just going across. So as you hit one motif to the next, you just immediately just jump over from one to another in order to make that happen. And when you come back around, you're going to come all the way back to the very starting of this, and that's where I'm going to pick you up in just a few moments. So continue just to circle around, and remember your corners were one single crochet, chain two, one single crochet. So when you get to your corner or your little corner motif here, you'll see that you'll have to instantly make that hard turn in order to do that when you get over there. I'll be right back in a moment. So eventually you're going to come all the way back around, and by the time you're getting all the way back around as well, you're going to notice is that you'll probably be more consistent with your spacing as well. And really your experience in crochet helps you to do that. You're just going to slip stitch to the beginning single crochet to finish that round, and then we're going to begin the second and last round of this blanket. To begin your final and last round, just slip stitch yourself to the corner, chain one and one single crochet, chain two, and one single crochet in the corner. Now the last round you were evenly spacing as you went across, so you don't have to really worry about anything, just use the stitches you've already established. And you're going to single crochet yourself around, and corners will be one single crochet, chain two, one single crochet, and this will give you a nice good solid border. If you'd like to add more, you can, but you may need more yarn, but it's just an easy border because you've done a lot of work already within the motif itself. We'd love to see your progress on Facebook or any social media platform using the hashtag @Yarnspo, and you can enjoy that there, or use my hashtag of the Crochet Crowd, and you can enjoy as you see. So when you come back around, you will just slip stitch to the first single crochet, weave in all of your ends, and you'll be good to go and enjoy your new blanket. We hope that you've enjoyed, and we hope to see you again in the future.